If there is one question that I have received from so many couples, so many individuals, is that how do I make a long distance relationship work? Indeed, it is one of the biggest obstacle, one of the biggest challenges in a relationship if it's long distance. Now of course, there are few things that you can do. And the most important thing is number one, make sure that you meet them frequently. The biggest challenge in a long distance relationship, it's not the lack of communication or emotional connect or time constraints, it's distance. You can't grow your relationship if you're not meeting each other in person. There are couples who don't meet each other for months, for years. And I don't think those relationships can work out. I know you must be thinking that there are couples who make it work while living in different countries, but that's so rare. It's hardly 1%. So if you're someone who is about to enter into a relationship and you both are planning to live different countries, I would say that you should really reconsider about being in this relationship, because relationship requires a lot of work. There is so much efforts, there is so much time, so much energy, so much emotional work. And if you do all these things without calculating, and that if it's bound to fail, then that relationship is not a good idea. Similarly, if you both are living in a same country, but you are meeting once in 6 months, this relationship can't work out. There is no such energy as in-person energy. When you meet together, you share energy, you talk about your feelings, there is physical touch, there is intimacy, it's powerful. But if you meet once in 6 months, you won't grow your relationship, you will just maintain this relationship. And this is one of the biggest aspects in a relationship. When couples meet rarely, they don't grow together, they don't grow individual in their relationship, they just maintain their relationship. They get stuck in this loop. And so please take out time for your partner. Make sure that you meet once in 2 months or 3 months max, because beyond that, your relationship will suffer. Second, don't judge your partner too fast. People in long distance become too reactive towards their partner, because since you're far away from each other, there are so many insecurities involved. Who they are meeting? I don't like that guy. Who is that girl? I hate her. Now, when you are far from each other, you don't see things as they are, but you interpret your own story. You assume it your own way according to your insecurities, which can be dangerous. Your partner will really get tired after a point of time, because they will constantly feel that you don't trust them. So make sure that you are being patient. Make sure that you are being content and at peace with yourself, and make an attempt to trust your partner, because as I said, you are not there. You don't know what exactly is happening. So don't let your mind interpret things, because your relationship will suffer that way. The third point is the exact opposite of the previous one. Don't get blindfolded in love. I have seen people who think that their partner is so perfect, who are madly and blindly in love with them. It's not a conscious love, but it is out of fear. That love is out of attachment, out of insecurity, and their partner keep cheating on them. If your partner has cheated on you before and you are in a long distance relationship with them, the chances are they can do it again. Now if you trust your partner, if you know their values, their character, and you know they won't do it again, it's okay, since you are in peace with them. But if you are someone who constantly doubts them, if you are someone who is filled with insecurities, jealousy, if you are stressed out and if you keep thinking about if they are cheating you, I don't think this relationship will work out, because this is not love, this is a nightmare. So the question is, do you trust your partner, or do you see yourself being this insecure person for next few years? Because in that case, your mental health will suffer. Number 4, don't get confused between time and attention. How many of you have experienced this, that your partner keep complaining that you don't give them time despite you giving them enough time? It's because what they're trying to say is that they need uninterrupted attention and energy. You working while talking to them won't make them feel loved. Similarly, You being on FaceTime along with Netflix won't make them feel loved. They need undivided time and attention from you because that's the way they feel mattered. That's the way they feel loved. Also, focus more on deeper conversation because that way you actually connect. Don't just spend your time on the surface level talks that actually doesn't matter. When you talk about your feelings, your values, your goals, maybe a next trip that you want to do together. When you talk about these things that actually matter, things that are deep, things that are exciting, when you do this, they will feel this energy coming out from you, from this relationship, and they will feel loved. Number 5, communication is not always the key. Now you must be thinking that communication is all you have. It's long distance, what else can you do? It's true. Anything when done in excess is unhealthy. Similarly, when it's long distance, people rely so much on communication that they focus on these little details. They try to resolve every small fights, every little argument, and they over communicate about that to fix that. But after a point of time, it gets really tiring. Listen to this. Communication is not the compensation for distance. We communicate to connect. So don't depend too much on communication. It's okay if they couldn't call you back. Maybe they were busy, maybe there was something important going on. Don't let your mind imagine the worst. There are so many couples who have made it compulsory to talk every day or talk multiple times a day. I don't think that's healthy. It's better if it comes naturally. Don't make it like a rule. Relationship doesn't work that way. It's love, it's out of emotions, right? So let it be natural. Whenever you feel like talking to them, then call them. Whenever they feel talking to you, they'll call. If you make it like a strict rule that you have to talk multiple times a day, you will get tired after a point of time. More talk doesn't mean more love. In fact, give each other space so that you get space to miss each other. The next point is kind of an important one, which so many couples miss out. Prioritize your purpose, not them. So many couples, so many partners prioritize each other. Their happiness, their fulfillment depends upon this relationship, upon their partner. In this case, whenever there is a slight imbalance, the person gets affected, their mental health gets affected. So it's not a good idea to make your partner your priority, to make them everything. In fact, make your purpose your priority. Use that as a source for your validation, for your fulfillment, because in that case, you won't depend on your partner to make you happy. Most importantly, balance comes from purpose. When you are living a life full of meaning, when you are living a productive life, when you are thriving in your goals, your relationship gets better because you don't expect those factors from your partner. In fact, you help your partner get better in their goals and you help them to grow. And most importantly, you only focus on giving and receiving love. The next point is that don't stop showing small gestures. If you were sending gifts to them frequently, if you were sending them food, if you were sending them flowers, if you were sending them any other small gestures which they love, keep doing that. When you keep sending them small gestures, when you keep on doing little things for them, it will remind you of your love. It will remind you of your energy. It will show them that you miss them, that you think about them. These small factors, these small things are so powerful that you really don't need to plan for big gestures. So keep on these little things going on in your relationship on a daily basis. Of course, you don't have to spend so much, but it's all about the gestures. And last but not the least, manage your distractions. Commitment is the key in your relationship, especially when it's long distance. You have to stay committed because there are so many distractions out there in the world. So create that boundary. If you know that meeting that person will distract you, don't meet them, because here you have to prioritize your relationship. We all feel attracted to someone else while we are in a relationship. It's completely normal, but it's not normal to act on it. It's not important that you have to do something about it. Our mind is bound to get distracted. So you have to get good at self-control. So get good at self-control and avoiding your distractions, because that is something that can break your relationship. Always remember, nothing is as sexy as commitment. If you like this video, if you learned something from this video, even if you got 1% value from this video, please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe to this channel. And let me know in the comment section about your long distance relationship and what are the challenges you are facing and what is helping you, so that we can learn from each other. I'll see you in the next video. Farewell.